out with poetry parlay a little bit, and I'm really excited to be here. This is my first poem in CIRQUE, and Leslie, thank you for sharing your big name with us. And I'm from the Valley. That's pretty much the only thing that's not in my bio, I think. So here we go. This poem is called Wild Bill. And whether you're from the Valley or not, if you've been around a long time, you probably remember. I had to look it up because last name is Nelson. But that's the Wild Bill I'm talking about. And this poem starts with an epigraph that I found in a story in the Anchorage Daily News. Local historian, I guess, David Reamer. I'm not familiar with him, but maybe some of you guys are. In his article, he said of Wild Bill, he was the sort to find grievances everywhere. And I thought that was a sentiment to start this up. So here's Wild Bill. It occurs to me, every town must have one. And as we travel this old familiar road, I think about the RV with the toilet on top, surrounded by offensive hand-painted signs and rusted heavy machinery in the marsh we used to pass on the way to school. But I never knew why, exactly, people thought he was crazy. The papers said it might have been lawyers he blamed for the death of his first wife, the departure of his second with their sons, and a bad land deal with the gravel company. What I remember is sitting beside him on a bench at LD's barbershop in Wasilla, beside the stacks of magazines with the smells of aftershave and tobacco, and the stranger danger my dad said I could ignore when the man offered me a piece of candy. Before I completed middle school, I heard he died. The mobile home and the signs and the junk stayed for years, the grass growing around it. But eventually, someone must have hauled it all away. I never heard about a funeral, but his obituary asked for stories and pictures to compile a scrapbook. Everybody liked him, except the politicians, my dad says. And I wonder if this would have made him proud. A pastor said he was bipolar, and that in a moment of what passes for clarity, he told an Alaskan truth. I would not ever hurt anyone. It is for my advantage that I want some people to think I would. Thank you. So I was also going to mention how interesting it was that this poem ended up in an issue focused on land ethic. When I first saw that, I thought, what? Is mine the odd one out here? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized how much people are tied to places and vice versa. So I'm glad I found a home here. And those articles are floating around on the ADN website and the Frontier website if you want to go see where I got my source material, besides my memory. So, without further ado, it is my great pleasure to introduce Eric Gordon Johnson, who was born in Fairbanks and raised in Anchorage. In December of 2020, he completed his MFA in creative writing and poetry at the University of Anchorage. He won an honorable mention for a short story in the UAA and Anchorage Daily News writing contest. And he's published poems and a short story in CIRQUE, as well as a memoir in Anchorage Remembers, which was published by 49 writers. And also, he's going to be the featured poet for Poetry Parlay on the 21st, 2 weeks from now. So, warm welcome to Eric.